I would like to talk about sending an action. The actor needs to learn how to look at their lines and make important decisions about what their character is doing emotionally and psychologically. As an actor, have you ever grappled with how to say a line, stuck in the nightmare of trying to figure out how the line should sound and what inflections you should put into the line? This is where the skill of learning what it means to send an action comes into play. In this video, I'll explain the fundamental process of how to look at the lines differently and what it means to send an action. Stick around to the end of the video for some recommended reading on this subject. The first thing that all actors must remember is that acting is doing. Some of you may have heard this before, some of you may not have. This is a basic principle about the art of acting. So how do you apply this to working on your lines? The first step is to look at the lines differently than just as face value. When you look at the lines, you must answer questions about the given circumstances of your character and about the relationships in the scene. The work of the actor at this stage is a lot like detective work. As you gather the information and feel more of a connection to the given circumstances and the relationships in the scene, your view about the lines will take on a different filter. Ask yourself, what is my character doing with these lines? Not just what are they physically doing, but what are they doing emotionally and psychologically? This is where we get into what it means to send an action. What is an action? In acting, the action is defined as the emotional, psychological energy that the actor sends the words on. This is always achieved by the actor making a decision or a choice about an active verb phrase. Those are considered actions. Actions are a fundamental aspect of script analysis. I will continue to revisit different elements of script analysis in future videos. How do you send an action? You might feel that a particular line, or even a paragraph of dialogue, or even half a page of dialogue, has a certain emotional, psychological energy. The first step is to decide on strong, juicy, creative verbs and put it into a verb phrase. Depending on the moment, some examples might be to make a mockery of, to plead, to annihilate, to shake, to paint a picture, to counsel. Sending an action means that the actor must send the emotional, psychological energy out to the person that they are talking to, and then speak the lines through that emotional, psychological energy. When this is done successfully, the lines become colored with interesting inflections that are not something that the actor has to think about beforehand or impose on their performance, but they emerge organically and spontaneously in the moment. Try this next time you're stuck with how to deliver your lines in a scene. Now, there's a lot of reading material on this subject, but as a starting point, here are two books I recommend. The Book of Actions and Oxford Thesaurus. This is a very popular book that many actors have on their bookshelf. You open it up and it gives you many different options that you can use for a character in a scene. And they're very actable, strong verb phrases. However, and this is my own personal preference, there's nothing better than the good old school version of the Oxford Thesaurus. The reason why I feel partial to the Thesaurus is because there's just many more options of verbs, and it gives a little bit of a rabbit hole that you can go down as you're exploring different actions, different verbs, and different possibilities. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this one. Go to the description below for links to our website as well as our free weekly newsletter. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.